Yet again, fierce blaze debacle in Maui, and the loss of life climbing for the time being as groups competition to find the many individuals actually absent in questions develop about the underlying reaction to the flare's new video vacationers. Encompassed by walls of discharge, compelled to bounce into the pool of a retreat to get away from the blazes. It's been multi-week now since the dangerous shoot previously broke out and feelings stay crude out of nowhere. Out of the blue like discharge goes over obliterates many homes now where she purchased in her places, and her sections of land remain totally immaculate folks. Does this sound comfortable? Think about who's gotten back with another stunning occasion. Yes, your number one Hollywood celebrity has returned to her prior ways, creating all in all a ruckus. Prepare for this stunner. Oprah, yes, the unparalleled Oprah, is directly in the center of a few serious bits of gossip. What is everybody talking this time? Well, Secretive Talk recommends that she could have pulled a shrewd move utilizing the lamentable survivors of the new Maui fire to support her distinction and fortune. Might you at any point accept the nerve? It resembles a plot straight out of an exhilarating Hollywood film, and Oprah is assuming the main part in this century's most discussed embarrassment. So we should jump into what's truly happening. Oprah Winfrey is presently at the core of an outrage that is much more charming than a Hollywood content. It turns out she's been blamed for making some eyebrow-bringing moves, generally up in an endeavor to make a significant calamity photograph a potential open door. Here's the scoop. There was this enormous, out-of-control fire that moved throughout Lahaina, and Oprah, with her association with Maui and her island-jumping way of life, saw an opportunity to excel in the public eye with a tremendous 1,000 sections of land on Maui. She's essentially a neighborhood superstar. Last week, camera caught her appearance empathy to evacuees at a safe house, and the entire world saw it. Yet clutch your fervor, since she evidently wasn't happy with that. This Sunday, she attempted to make a lavish entry with her own special CBS camera team. At another departure community, the situation started to get interesting when reports came out that she and her team were dismissed, prompting a tumultuous media circumstance. And that is not all. The Maui authorities additionally shared their contemplations on Facebook, giving her a holler for regarding their standards and not bringing any hardship with her camera team. Certain individuals were truly blissful about her caring visit and lauded her for it. Yet not every person is persuaded. The remark segment is humming with individuals communicating questions and analysis they're blaming her for, by attempting to be the focal point of consideration and getting everyone's attention. It resembles a warmed conversation where individuals are tossing pessimism around. So what's the entire story? And for what reason really do the vast majority feel a little uncertain about Oprah's actual intentions? Well, keep it together on the grounds that what you're going to find will thoroughly take your breath away. Oprah Winfrey's large part of land on Maui had ignited web-based conversations about whether it got impacted by the new, out-of-control fire on the island. Throughout the long term, Oprah has purchased a few thousand sections of land and has invested a portion of her energy residing there. We should discuss her various properties. One of them is a major area of land on a spring of gushing lava called Haleakala. This fountain of liquid magma isn't dynamic any longer, which implies it's not ejecting. This land is as high as possible, around 4,000 feet over the ground. Oprah additionally has a confidential farm, which resembles a major ranch with animals and plants. Separated from that, she possesses a ton of land utilized for cultivating. This land covers better places from a district called Kula to the slants of the fountain of liquid magma, Haleakala, and the entire way to places called Makawao and Kaneohe. As per another source called Maui, now Oprah purchased one more land parcel for a huge measure of cash, $6.6 million, in February this year. This land joins her different terrains in Kula and Hana. With this data coming out, an individual on Twitter who expounds on news named Nicholas Vinayamen began discussing his considerations. He's think about how Oprah's enormous real estate parcel, some way or another, figured out how to not get impacted by the rapidly spreading fire like a secret group, are attempting to sort out of nowhere. All of a sudden, like fire goes over, obliterates many homes close where she purchased in her places, and her sections of land remained totally immaculate, folks. Does this sound natural, as per Vinayam and Oprah? And a few other exceptionally rich and notable individuals are being blamed for attempting to follow their own advantages, like purchasing a ton of land. They're causing individuals to trust that there's a major issue with the environment, so they can do what they need. This is what they're referring to. Folks awaken these flames, are totally controlled. They copy down what they need to copy down, and they leave land and properties immaculate. And that is not every one of the columnists are associating the ongoing fire to one that occurred in 2017. They're saying this isn't simply something irregular. Let me remind you, back in 2017, there was this truly colossal and risky fire that obliterated houses close to Oprah's extravagant chateau in Montecito. Yet think about what, some way or another, her extraordinary property didn't get injured by the fire by any stretch of the imagination. And what's considerably more fascinating is many that fire Oprah generally assumed that she was a virtuoso at purchasing land. She began purchasing significantly more land around Montecito, extending her region to north of 70 sections of land. Presently, fans have been unobtrusively discussing the way in which bizarre it is that her property didn't get injured in that frame of mind from 2017. It resembles everything occurred in a manner that was really advantageous for her, yet stand by their seriously fascinating stuff to recollect how Oprah unexpectedly turned into a major master in purchasing land, snatching up sections of land like they were on a super available to be purchased. This happened just after that 2017 discharge. It's practically similar to she realized she needed to get more land, and the shoot gave her the opportunity. It's like she had her arrangement prepared from the start, and the discharge assisted her with doing it. That is some shrewd arranging, wouldn't you say? One fan transformed into all-out examiners, very much like Sherlock Holmes, yet furnished with cell phones. Could you at any point accept it? They truly shared a screen capture of data that hasn't been affirmed. Think about it, like finding a piece of proof that is essentially as strong as a conclusive evidence in a secret story. Now you may be considering, what's in this screen capture? Well, it's a rundown of the most renowned and most extravagant individuals in Hollywood. These are the enormous names with ledgers so gigantic they could presumably purchase a little nation. We're discussing top VIPs like Bill Entryways, the hotshot in the tech world, and the unrivaled Will Smith, otherwise called the new ruler. Even Jeff Bezos, the person who made Amazon, showed up on the rundown. And think about who else: Morgan Freeman, whose voice is like that of a savvy sage. Yet hang on, there's more woman crazy, known for her vanguard style. And Julia Roberts, who's cherished by everybody, likewise joined the party. Presently, what's the normal thing among this large number of very celebrities? Their properties, very much like Oprah's, didn't get harmed by the discharge. Could you at any point feel the fervor? It resembles the greatest stars in Hollywood have framed their own select club, where their properties are flame-resistant, regardless. Subsequent to confronting a ton of analysis, Oprah has chosen to do whatever it takes to improve things. It appears as though she needs to fix what is going on. It's been said that she's reasoning regarding giving a lot of cash to individuals who experienced because of the discharge. This thought came after she was found attempting to carry a gathering with cameras into the primary spot, where help was being given to those impacted by the calamity. Very much like I referenced before, the previous host of a syndicated program, Oprah has made a commitment. She said she will give a huge amount of cash to individuals who live in the areas that were impacted by the discharge. She discussed this in a video, and reference for this present week has instructed me that when you don't know what to do, you do anything you can. She went to visit one of the huge spots where they were helping individuals who needed to leave their homes as a result of the shoot. She asked them what they required and afterward went out to shop for a few fundamental things like towels, sheets, cleanser, and other significant stuff. And here's the fascinating part: Oprah expressed that sooner or later, when things have quieted down and the smoke and the debris from the shoot have settled, she will make a huge gift to help she believes should do this. After they sorted out some way to remake things after the shoot sooner or later, I will cause a significant gift after the entirety of the smoke and remains to have settled here, and we sort out what the modifying will resemble. This will be a long and troublesome cycle. In her own extraordinary manner, Oprah figured out how to help a portion of individuals impacted by the shoot. She was seen giving out things like supplies at a spot called War Dedication Arena in Maui on August 10th in a video. She discussed how the most common way of revamping the island after the discharge will be extreme and consume most of the day. She likewise said she invested energy at the sanctuaries in Maui and met a few astounding individuals. There she even referenced a man named Julius, who recounted how he scarcely moved away from the discharge, yet notwithstanding this, there are as yet many individuals who aren't completely persuaded of Oprah's graciousness. They figure they're